Let's hold it for a while, see how long we can hold it. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
Thank you, Jesus. Beef Bone Mania. Shwee schwa. Good morning, guys. That's our intro. That's it today.
No eclectic.
No,
We're just
wait, should
going
we do
right in.
eclectic real quick?
Yeah, we need that.
Drugs.
We need the
natural drugs.
All right, guys. Yeah, we do. Yeah. No, it's the right way. Here we go.
Let's get pumped. Are you hearing anything?
Until their client either buys or fucking dies! Sober. Fucking sucks. Boring, right? So boring. I want to kill myself. Fucking rich. Who's rich every fucking time? All we care about is getting fucking rich.
Fairy dust. It doesn't exist. It's never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not fucking real.
YouTube, Facebook, videos, Twitter, Instagram.
There we go. We fucking got it. Nailed that intro. Good morning,
was
boys.
proper, sir.
It doesn't
GM.
feel right not starting that way. It doesn't. So
No,
we did it.
no.
We did it. We're in. But still, shwee schwa.
Beef
How we
Bone
doing?
Mania. Good, man. How are you?
Dude, I'm great. There's so much going on, but great. Like, the space feels great. There's so much cool shit happening. I saw Dune 2 after our show last week. So, like, got to see that and had no fucking idea how much Star Wars was, like, lifted from that. Like, I knew it, right? I knew there were some things lifted. I didn't realize, like, all of it. I didn't even realize, like, okay, would me saying something about it be a spoiler with a movie that's been out, like, 4 decades?
Well, no, I mean, I think technically, no. I haven't seen 2 yet. But I think it's fair game, man. And maybe just giving a spoiler alert.
It's like, it's such a light spoiler. It's just character arc. Like, I'll say this. I didn't know that Anakin was based on kind of loosely the character from this show. That's it.
Oh, okay. After the Star Wars, similarities, I didn't realize how much Dune had inspired George Lucas. And I mean, it makes sense when you watch it. But like, you're like, is this just coincidence or is this like purposeful? But yeah, you can clearly see there's a lot of underlying Star Wars theory in there.
Oh man, it's like it's I hate to say a copy because it's not, but it's definitely like, man, a lot of it inspired, which is great. Man, I didn't know Dune till like,
What are the main
4
things that stood out to you, Huda? May I ask?
like in the movie itself.
Yeah, well, the parallels that you found towards Star Wars, like the voice, obviously, like that part. But
The
what
voice,
else?
like the Force, yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely like the desert theme, like that makes sense. The worms.
Okay.
But it like literally, I didn't know that Anakin and Paul are so similar. Like I was not expecting the character stuff like that. That was the one that struck me, and I didn't even catch that in the movie. It was after the fact because I like that movie is so heavy, like so fucking intense and heavy. Afterwards, I'm like, man, I need to watch Star Wars just for something light, and I did. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, they're very similar. So
Well, I'll tell you this, dude. I don't know if you're familiar with Joseph Campbell. Is the hero of 1,000 faces, the hero's journey. It's basically like the book to read as a screenwriter, as a movie producer. You go to Hollywood, you better know your Joseph Campbell. He was the guy that basically took all the myths around the world, studied. I mean, he was like a professor on it, and basically he draws all these parallels between like the greatest sagas in human history, all the way to like back in Babylon, to the Greek myths, the Roman myths, Hindu myths, you name it, Aborigine myths. And he shows you how the collective psyche basically has these like constructs for storytelling, and
they're like all the same story, aren't they?
yeah, all the greatest stories in the world are the same story, just told in different ways.
Like the story of the Bible, even too, isn't that part of it? Like they're all the same story being told over and over and over and over again.
Exactly. They have the same mechanics, similar character arcs. Like there's not a lot of variation between all of them. It's just a matter of like how you concoct that recipe, right? I find it very interesting. There's been other instances with other authors where, like with Terminator, James Cameron, and I'm blanking on his name right now, a really famous sci-fi artist, writer too, like where he definitely like lifted the Terminator right off of this dude's imagination and writing, had to compensate him for it. Not a lot of people know about that. But I know like George Lucas consulted with Joseph Campbell a lot to create Star Wars, and so there's parallels there, but I don't think it's like a direct lift. I'm sure it was a lot of inspiration, though.
That's it. I think that that's what it is. It is,
and that's why I love Dune, dude. It's like it's right up there with one of the greatest modern sagas ever told, right? Like the story of Lost, the story, like the character arc, like you said, like from being a boy, like especially in this last film, right? Like how you see him when he starts and when he ends. Totally different person, dude. And I think like,
okay, so the question is this: who in the story of Web3 is going to be our Anakin? I kind of had some Beanie vibes in a weird way, but I don't know.
No, come on, bro.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So the full arc though, it goes from like pure goodness to then the darkest evil, and then the redemption arc. Who does that?
Yeah. I don't know if we've had it yet. I don't know if we have.
I think Thread Guy has that potential.
I'll tell you one thing though. The requirement there would be then that hero, whoever he may be out there, is gonna refuse the call. He's not gonna want to take the mantle of a leader. If you notice, that happens here in Dune as well, right? Like it's all about, and it's a lot of parallels there are like between Arjuna and Krishna, which is a very famous story called the Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, which is like the tome of the Indian texts.
God damn.
And it's basically like sitting across the battlefield and him not wanting to take on the responsibility of being a leader and going to war. And you see that with Dune here, right?
Okay.
Like,
okay.
So the greatest heroes usually are reluctant to be leaders.
Might I put up
situation forces them upon it, and then they take it on and end up being the heroes of the story.
Fair. Then
air quotes.
Question then. Coco Bear, not Anakin. But I'm going to give you three potential characters for Coco. I'm gonna say either Mace Windu, Yoda, or Obi-Wan. You gotta pick one.
Okay.
I kind of
Cocoa
feel
Bear.
Yoda-ish vibes.
I love Yoda. Yeah.
Man, I feel like there's got to be someone else though. Somebody who's like more like because he's so in the background in a way.
He can't be Snoke or the Emperor.
Right. It
Who
can't be
could
like
be on the good side?
well, like who's the person in the Jedi Temple that,
I
that
mean-
like trains everyone, like trains all the students and stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's like that lady librarian,
The
like not her
headmaster.
something
Yeah,
bigger than that,
The
but like,
Dumbledore.
yeah, maybe there's another analogy, like a different movie. But
Yeah.
Coco's there. People don't even realize how influential he is. They don't fucking know. Unless
Yeah.
you're in the
Yeah.
Ronin community, and I mean, especially if you're in the Ronin community and the Cyberkongs community. Outside of that circle, which is a pretty damn large circle, I don't know if people know. Like one of the most generous dudes and one of our most important builders, like bar none.
I definitely think like Luca would be in the running for that there, right?
Oh,
Because
shit.
he was originally a customer of it. He wasn't looking to be a leader of the Pudgies, but when he saw how monumentally fucked up everything was, he took it upon himself to buy it, turn it around. A lot of people thought he was crazy, too young, too inexperienced, all the fucking twos, right? And then lo and behold, look at him in this cycle.
He's got the
and
potential
people
for a
fear him.
villain turn.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
He can go to the dark side, right?
Oh man.
Oh, you might be. I in my soul, I want to reject your analogy, but I actually think you might be onto something. Yeah, that could be an Anakin arc.
Jesus cats. Yeah, right. That's it. He could be our Anakin. So we will watch closely. We need to make this a thing. Actually, we'll do a segment next week, whatever. And we're gonna start like building out the Star Wars roster, the who's who.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna be all the parallels. I fucking love that. Speaking of which, I'm only gonna lightly tease here, but like I've definitely talked about the a daily show that's coming, and I think I've mostly said it's coming soon. It's coming in a few weeks. Probably looking at the evening because it's just such a cool time to do something like very casual. I'll tell you that the daily show is very, very fucking close. Maybe as soon as like 2 days, 3 days off. I think it's coming this week. So more details about that are coming very soon. Very excited to announce it and how it's going to look and where it's going to be through. But very spicy show. Very spicy show. Shwee schwa. All right, guys.
I'm excited for that idea.
It's gonna be fucking cool. I know it. Let's go around the table. I mean, like, man, we just riffed a bit, but I do want to hear your weeks and just keep it quick. But like, how was your week? What have you been looking at? Anything going on in your life and in your Web3 life? Henry, you wanna kick that off?
Sure. Yeah. No, things are good. Busy. I was looking forward to today because it's been really busy. We're getting ready to release Play and Collect. So I feel like I've been in the Batcave and peaked out a little bit this week, but excited to kind of get updates on what's happening out there. Kong's universe, personal universe. Yeah, Play and Collect is coming. You know what? I got invited to speak at NFT NYC.
Oh, shit.
Friend Larry Voskin, he's a writer for the Rolling Stones magazine. We talked this week. We're doing a main stage talk on Thursday. So yeah, honestly, NFT NYC wasn't on my radar, and I'm kind of excited now because I think it's going to be a nice opportunity out there. We might do a Kongs event, and we got voted as a community, like one of the top communities. So they gave us a space to like bring our community to the event to be able to chill there for a couple hours, do some fireside chats. So yeah, that's kind of yeah. It was a nice surprise, I guess, this week, and looking forward to it.
You've gone. Congrats, first off, because that's fucking huge. Like main
Thanks,
stage,
man.
especially. You've gone to like you didn't go last year to NFT NYC, I don't think, but you've gone to almost
did not.
every before that.
Yeah. You know what? Last year was just, it was busy on our end. The vibes were a little bit down, so it just didn't seem like, I say, worth going. Plus, they did NFT NYC like 3 times within 20 months. So it was kind of like getting a little bit, was getting packed in there. We had just come back from Abu Dhabi a couple months before. We had VCon shortly before NFT NYC, and it was just kind of hard to pull that off. But yeah, I'm excited to go. We got our biz dev team coming over. Enzo and Adzi are going to be coming over, so excited to be able to get get some, sometimes like IRL, you can just get some stuff accomplished that you can't, when you're all like across different time zones. And
first time meeting them in person?
No, you know what? Their first time meeting in person, but I've
Okay.
met both of them separately. In fact, I hold the title for the most cons met, just because I've been to Europe, Asia. So yeah, excited that the three of us get to go network there, and it should be a good time.
That's fucking beautiful. This is the guy, right? I got on screen, Larry Dvinskin.
Larry Dvoskin. Yep.
Dvoskin, cool.
Dude, he's a dude, man. He is a dude in Hollywood that isn't like, he's not a A-list or B-list celebrity, but like he plays in a band. And when I was talking with him, he had just he was on break playing with Train, had just played with Fleetwood Mac. Like he's just a really dude. He's like us. He likes Web3 for the reasons we like Web3, and he's just a really like kind guy. I know you know the backstory there. I won't get into it of how him and I initially met in LA, but he's a great dude. So really, him and I did a talk NFT NYC 2022 at Radio City Music Hall. And that was like a little bit of a highlight for me because it was just cool being in an iconic venue like that and doing a talk with him. So excited to do it again.
That's fucking awesome. Okay, good shit. That's coming up in a few weeks. Are you going to be on the Magic Eden yacht?
Yes.
Are you for real?
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll be there. I will be there.
That's the spot. That's where everybody wants to get on the Magic Eden yacht. I think English is going to be there too, so you get to meet him in person.
Yeah, him and I are going to meet up. So yeah, should be fun, man. Looking forward. It's going to be the vibes being back obviously changes people's idea of whether they want to buy a ticket or not or to go to New York City, let alone if they want to go to the event itself. So yeah, should be fun.
I love it. Good stuff, man. Appreciate that update. Good to hear all that. Biggie, hit us, man. What's good?
Dude, nothing as exciting as going to NFT NYC, man. It was honestly a pretty chill week until yesterday. My Megapont fam dropped a doozy, and I'm pretty excited about that inscription service. We'll get to talk about it down the line. But other than that, I'm looking forward to a nice weekend, man. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
The Megapont stuff it legit does seem like a big deal. So make sure we get that in. I think it's important that we're going to hit on that.
Yeah, especially since some of our audience is really big into ordinals. I think I don't know what's going to happen, but I anticipate a lot of craziness enabled by the Megapont team, and so I'm all for that, dude. You know me.
It opens up a little something that we haven't seen before. So yeah, pretty wild. Let me think here then. I'll just give a quick update on the Crypto Slam NFT collection. I want to announce some more of our partners because they've been coming in kind of fast and furious. Don't remember if we hit on Ape List last week, so I'll just mention them here today. We got the Ape List on board in the Crypto Slam preseason. We got Dokio from Avalanche. Pretty much Avalanche's like biggest collection. Oh, Henry, you're back, by the way. Don't know what happened.
Sorry. I pressed the back button. My apologies.
Dude, I do that on my mouse. I got a little button on the side that'll actually go back and fucks it up in the middle of my recordings, but what can you do? But yeah, Dokio, Monkey DAO. I think this is from like Solana Monkey Business or whatever. I think it's SMB. I think. I should probably know, but I don't. Cool Cats. We got the Cool Cats on board as well. Fucking love them. I love that the OGs are just, fully on board with this thing. And Subber, who's been incredibly helpful. So I want to say thank you to the Subber guys for sure. Like just awesome team.
What a great product. Yeah.
Dude, for a cross-chain initiative like this, they've made our life so much easier. Like run giveaways, pick the chain, doesn't matter. Offer it to them right from the actual like the allow list itself. Like just one click and I got the offer out to them. And then on their side, they got the Subber bot. They click a button and it just runs it in their Discord as a giveaway. It's like very, very nice.
Yeah, wonderful, man.
It's great. Asset Dash, they're our newest. I think this was announced just yesterday. Great group. So glad to get them all in here too. Love that shit. And I do want to say, guys, thank you. Like sincerely, and I say, like I've said it before, I just mean it. It kind of blows my mind that people watch this stuff. It does, because I still don't look at myself as a content creator at all.
That's wild.
It's crazy. The subscriptions are just flying in now. Like I think just like a week ago, I was talking how I hit 700, and I can't believe that. At 774 this morning. You guys, like some of these videos, 2 days ago, a video that's got 700 plus views just a few days before that, a video with like 1,500 views. It's cool. It's just exciting to see. Again, was never expecting this quickly. I'll tell you what, dudes, I'm pretty ambitious. I am, and I've got plans or a goal for 2 years out. Was not expecting anything right now. I was expecting nobody to be watching right now. So genuinely, thank you guys. Means a lot.
No, you've been killing it, man. And not to like spend the morning giving you flowers, but it's always worth mentioning. You always have like a little bit of self-doubt there. Going back years of talking and about like how talented you are. And it's just awesome. Like, bro, you're a grinder. You've always been a grinder. It's just cool to see like that you're able to like grind for yourself. So I just want to know like when the airdrop is going to be for the first like 100 subscribers. Keep us updated.
You know what's cool? So I put out an NFT collection, what, like a year ago, maybe 2?
What?
Just for that reason. Like, dude, I did it on typed art.
Oh no, you show me now, man. Show us. I did not know this, Huda.
Henry, I'm throwing a quick mute on you just because there is an echo right now. Okay. It's on typed art over on Tezos, and the whole point of it is if I ever can build something and make it cool and actually like drive some, some value, I'm going to do it to the people who just didn't give a shit and wanted to support because they just wanted to support me. So Cats has a fuck ton of them. I think Cats might have bought up half the supply because he's that kind of guy. And when I tell people, like, I'm going to remember, I will remember. So, yeah, I'll send
Would you teleburn said collection over to Bitcoin?
Yeah. No, I mean, I would love to. I would love a Bitcoin collection. If that makes it possible. Dude, if I could go from Tezos to Bitcoin with that, then hell yes. And Choina, awesome to hear that, dude. Love that. That's so cool.
GM Choina.
Love seeing him here, man. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool to cross-pollination, whatever.
That gotchi is like, you can pick it out of a fucking crowd, and it also stings a little bit because it's an agent gotchi for me, and I miss that, Choina, back in the day when you had to do the missions. Like, what was it? It was like 8 missions. I got up to like the penultimate one. And then I forget what they asked people to do, and I missed it. And like, no agent for me. But yeah, he's dope.
I don't even know what. Like, I was in there, man. Like, I was in Avagachi, and I don't know what any of that means. I'm really clearly out.
Like in the really like early beginning, yeah, they made you like go up these different things, and basically it's like a look that you get to have. Although he doesn't have the earpiece, but whenever I see it, I'm like, yeah, 12 missions, yeah.
Okay.
Painful, Choina, painful. But I'm glad you are. I know you're an agent. Look at them. Little martini and everything. James Bond gotchi.
It's a good looking fella. Are we buying when we buy SLP? Damn. Is it looking spicy? Right, SLP, the simple love potion. What does the S stand for?
Oh, yeah.
The Axie coin that used to be a fucking monster. Probably still is. Honestly, probably. I'm gonna start, especially in our daily show, we're talking Ronin. We're going to have like a dedicated something for Ronin because they deserve it. Because they deserve it. They're a classy
bunch of chads over there.
Bunch of fucking chads.
Chaddest of chads on Ronin.
Love it. Absolutely. They need well, they don't need anything because they got it all already. So I'll just say I'm going to be happy to talk about them. They don't need anything though. I start my morning, guys. I really do. I started by checking the forecast 500. We're going to rename this. It's going to be the Crypto Slam 500 soon, but it's just a temperature check for the value of the market. So you could go on, floor.io, or you can go on Blur and look at floor prices, but I don't know, man, floor prices change in an instant. This is trying to measure, or it is measuring the value of the NFT market, and it is cross-chain. So I look at this and it tells me, yeah, the value of NFTs is actually down 1.47%, probably from crypto dumping. I mean, I'm assuming that because crypto's still kind of in a rough spot. Then I flip over to Crypto Slam and I look at sales volume. Yesterday's a fucking monster day out of nowhere. Like out of absolutely nowhere, because the day before, the 14th, was it was at the very least our lowest day for sales in about a month. But as far as unique sellers, unique buyers, transactions, lowest since almost November, which is crazy. Like we throttled back that much. I guess crypto dumping spooked people that much. So to come off of that to a $70+ million day is pretty big, and I think we know why. Do we know why? Do you guys know why we ran so hard yesterday and what was running?
Runes?
Dude, I think it was all Bitcoin. Like, runes in the OMB, what is it, Orange Eyes?
Mm-hmm.
It's And Henry, I'm sorry, dude. I don't know if you mean to be muted now too. Let me unmute you. Oh, I can't. You muted yourself. All right, we're good then.
I was being kind.
Yeah, appreciate it. Just wasn't sure. But it's Bitcoin, dude. I think people still underestimating Bitcoin. Although nobody I talk to denies it now, but underestimating it is in not realizing that you still could get in now and still be way ahead of everybody else. Way ahead. So yeah, Bitcoin over 40 million sales yesterday. That collection right here at the top, it's like a bunch of collections all wrapped into one. Because like they're not, man, it's not like Ethereum where everything is very uniquely identifiable. Like it is, but there's nothing that separates them into collections on Bitcoin. And I can say yet. So Magic Eden hasn't broken down there because they actually do it. They break them down. A lot of them are minted on their platform. So could probably tap into their API and get that stuff, and probably should. But you're just seeing a whole bunch of, well, general ordinal stuff. I wonder what if we peek in it, like what we're going to see. But I'm assuming runes. Well, not at those prices. At 0.47, that's probably like the orange eye thing.
Runes still holding like 0.02, give or take?
No.
Oh.
Dude, they're like 0.03. A lot of people thinking 0.05 is coming and maybe 0.1 is coming, which is bonkers for a 112K collection.
Yeah, I'm holding that.
It is.
I'm holding.
So, Biggie, you do or don't have one, or you need to check wallet?
I have zero, bro. I checked my wallets. I have zero, and I haven't bought any. And I know we were talking about it before. I'm probably psyoping myself or mid-curving it here too, man. But it's very hard for me to justify going into something when I don't totally understand it well, or when I don't maybe believe in it as much. And that's my issue here, man. It's, a big chunk of my thesis hinges on L2s with BTC. I don't get me wrong, ordinal's great, and like especially with art, but I just keep bumping into this wall, man, and it's really difficult for me. I got my first Bitcoin back in 2015, and like my mindset has always been like, that's my fucking vault. I don't touch that shit for nobody. Like I literally anything that I have on Ordinal that I've paid with Bitcoin, by the way, because my first Ordinals were paid with Ethereum actually. I brought in fresh capital for. My vault is untouchable. So whenever and believe me, there's been moments where I've been like, fuck, why didn't I touch the vault for this? But come on,
it's the only way to mine Bitcoin right now. If you go mine in the traditional sense, you're not going to make much Bitcoin. You go do ordinals and you're mining Bitcoin. Like so, the airdrops alone. Okay, so let me just say this: like early 2021. Like the SOS airdrop, we know how substantial some of these airdrops can be and how they can kickstart everything. Like everything, they can literally cause a run, and that's what's happening on Bitcoin right now. It's airdrops, and they're not small airdrops. Like the Magic Eden airdrop, I think was totally fine and it was really nice, but like my airdrop on Runestones is probably worth about. Actually, I'd have to. I'm going to check before I say.
And I'll tell you where my hesitation comes from. I think with Bitcoin, it's twofold, really. Like for me personally, right? One is I think I went a little heavier than might have been prescribed in portfolio wise when it comes to NFTs on the ETH front. And well, we know how that shit's going right now, right? Like there's a lot of people that are having a ton of doubts, right? And again, like I'm a thesis person. So like when I did go in, I was cognizant of like, hey, hopefully by the time we got to this cycle, you'd be sitting pretty and you'd be able to take some profits. And that can still happen, right? Like where we've talked about money flowing back to NFTs, but you also have a lot of people that went way heavier than I did that are very worried right now, right? And some of them
are legit fear.
Yeah, like worried, and maybe even like just
rightfully
flooring some stuff to get into something else, right? Like, damn, I was wrong on my opportunity cost, what have you. But there is that big question mark, right? And for everybody that's going through that right now, they're looking back and they're like, shit, I should have just sat on my ETH, right? And I know this time it's different, right? And now it's Bitcoin. I have a hard time, like I said, between like the mind frame that I've always had with Bitcoin, plus what's going on right now with NFTs, and then also my own personal bias from my exposure, not just in general to NFTs, but the big hit I just recently took with fucking Proof and Moonbird, right?
Damn.
So add all that together, and I'm like, you know what? Fucking tokens. I don't, like I'll watch from the sidelines with this shit. Like I don't want to do the same with my vault the way I, with I want to see what happens with NFTs. I'll take a punt here and there. And for the capital that I do have that's earmarked for ordinals, I don't know, man. Like really, runestones, as opposed to say, getting a Des Lucrece or getting like I don't know, like art that I love, that I'd love to hang up on my wall. I think that's where my fucking eye goes to, right? Like I don't want to degen on Bitcoin unless it's on an L2 where I feel like the transactions and things are a little more up to par with my expectations. Here,
I'm putting it on the screen again because
I love you, Draco, man. I'm trying. It's not easy.
You hearing you explain why you're not in, everything makes so much sense. It's like they're really solid reasons, and at the same time, all those are the reasons why you're gonna miss it all.
Yeah. You know what, Biggie? I mean, who could tell you back in February of last year? I wasn't fading it for the same reasons that you are. I was fading it because it was clunky and Sparrow Wallet and all of that other. It was hard for a non-tech guy like me. That being said, once I was like, all right, I'm just going to spend some time because all the idiots were doing it. I think my capital in is probably around 0.1, give or take. But just in the last 2 months, between RSIC, Runestones, the Rune Guardians, I mean that's literally been like a free 0.3 Bitcoin, basically. Like the airdrops alone on the ordinal side have been far better than anything on ETH. So I'm with you. I just decided to fight the fade and just say whatever, man. I fight the fade. I don't get it. I don't fully understand it. I still think that it'll go through its cycles, no different than Ethereum did. But at the end of the day, there's action there and there's profits. But I think you got to be smart, and I think you got to take the gains when they're there, instead of just playing for the moon bag.
I want to say real quick too, just because Marty's here, I want to say good morning, Marty. Good morning. Is this Moisty? Hang on, got the wrong message up, but is that our boy Moisty? No, it's not. But anyway, good morning. GM. Great to see everybody. Okay, we're gonna Biggie. You got to reply there, and then we got to get into Memecoins on Solana because that directly applies to Bitcoin and why you should be in. If you're trading Memecoins anywhere, and if that's where your attention is because that's what's hot, then it makes perfect sense that you need to get in Bitcoin because that's coming there and maybe bigger, better, which is shocking, absolutely shocking. So I don't know if you did have a follow up for Henry.
No, man, I appreciated Henry. I appreciated Huda and Choina and everybody else that is cajoling me to join the DGen side. I'm trying, fellas. I really am. It's just unless I absolutely it clicks inside me and it's just fucking go. I don't know, man.
It's hard.
It's a hard thing to get over. But the thing I will say is, I don't know, man. I just see so much opportunity everywhere that, it's okay, so if I do miss some of this stuff, will I be all right? There'll be other stuff. Well, no, there is.
No,
come on now.
No, because what you're talking about is, do I miss? Hang on, let me get to the right screen because this matters a fuck ton.
I appreciate you taking the time to guide me through.
You're literally saying, do I miss this whole thing?
Well, no, but that's just in the Bitcoin sector, right?
But this run is going to be Bitcoin. Huh? This run that's coming is going to be all Bitcoin. Of course, the meme coins on Solana is going to be fucking huge. But the thing you potentially miss is the entire NFT run. You being ahead of that because it's going to happen on Bitcoin. It's not really going to happen on ETH, and it will. It will to a degree, but this run is going to be
You don't think there's other opportunities, say, in Base, Blast, a whole bunch of other, even Bitcoin L2s that are going to have their moment in the sun with equal amounts of degen and craziness, right? Because I feel
no.
No?
I think this is unparalleled. I think the ceiling, I guess, on what's coming, like how big this is, nowhere else. No, I think it's exclusive to Bitcoin. We've never had meme coin mania on Bitcoin. It's never happened. Like BRC20s, we got a little taste of it. A really, really like terrible way to trade, meme coins. It's just so clunky. It does not work. We finally get true fungible tokens on Bitcoin with a kind of like, we've seen how much money's thrown around with so few buyers on Bitcoin already. You start talking about like fungible tokens that Bitcoin guys get more than they get ordinals. I think it's going to be unlike any of the other stuff.
That's also a thesis that I'm not 100% on board on with like Udi's take on it, right? That every BTC holder all of a sudden is going to go full degen and adopt ordinals and meme coins on Bitcoin, right? Like all the flows that we're seeing right now towards those ETFs, that Bitcoin isn't going to be spent on that, right? Like all of that is financial advisors. Like no financial advisor is going to go back and be like, yeah, we aped into dog with hat, this and that, right? Like, no, that Bitcoin is being locked up and played the boomer way, right?
But it's the people that they had to buy that Bitcoin off someone. So that money got in the hand of the very people that probably will trade meme coins.
Right on. I mean, yeah. I'm trying, man. But yeah, I'm still not 100% on it. But yeah.
And all that said, I totally get it. I totally fucking get it. Hey, that's absolutely dude. Choose Rich is like, that sums up the past week when I try to think of like a theme for the show. Like, okay, of course we're gonna talk meme coins, we're gonna talk about NFTs being down, we get the Kevin Rowe, like we got stories, but what is like the theme of the week? And it's fucking Choose Rich. Let me pull up Nick, because like, man, some people love him, some people hate him.
Yeah.
I fucking love this guy, man.
Dumbest line I've ever heard in my life. So stupid.
Okay, we're gonna watch this one. I love it. I love that he's just like full fucking throttle. Like he's like
embracing it, leaning into it.
I'll say this, man. It is not easy to get in front of a camera and like really put yourself out there. Doesn't matter how confident he seems and how much, probably seems like he doesn't give a shit. At this point he might not, but it is not easy. And the fact that he's just fuck it going for it. Like I respect the hell out of this
guy that ruined business.
My Miami house.
Yeah.
Yo, cheers to all the Twitter haters who said I don't own my Miami house. I'll have you know I had the staff load up my jet so I could fly out here to my New York City penthouse pied-à-terre. Anyways, while you're click-clacking on Twitter from your mom's basement, I'll be sitting here sipping from my $5,000 bottle of champagne. Remember, choose Rich.
No.
Swear to God, I love it.
So stupid.
Oh man, dude. Okay, why I like it? It's less about like him and the shtick. Again, the respect there, but it's more that it works. Like that it works. He got into the mainstream. He had that. I don't say his name right, I don't think, but that Penguins dude made a video about him. He went on Dave Portnoy's show, which is incredible. There's all kinds of like mainstream shows and people talking about him. Like it's one of those things. Is good publicity, or is bad publicity good publicity? And man, I mean, think for what's going on in this space, yes, like the attention economy, just rules. So
no,
Marty, you hate him, dude.
Sure.
Henry, we got you.
The reality is, like, I would never associate with a douchebag like that.
Uh-oh. I'm scared for what happens when I go on my inevitable
Dude,
choose Rich.
Please do. I'll join in.
Am I out?
No, I got you. I'm scared for what happes.
I'm out.
No.
No, you're here, Henry. We hear you.
You're here, brother. You're here, Henry.
He's gonna drop out.
God. Oh, hang on. Henry. Whatever. He'll come back. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on one of the. I'm gonna have a character at some point. You've seen me do the fucking wig. I've had things with like this like denim jacket with the collar popped and like 3D. Like I've been trying to come up with a shtick because I think it's fun. I've dressed up in my wizard costume and shit. Like I'll have an arc like that, like Nick's. I'll try to make it not cringy. I don't want to embarrass you guys, but I need it.
Man.
Please don't. I mean, the wizard costume's fine.
Okay.
Wizard's fine. Just that whole attitude's just dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
It'll never be like exactly that. I always thought my shtick would be like doing my news segment and making it super parody. I guess his is a parody, but being like, you know, everybody throws around the word community and historic and the first ever and like all that stuff. I wanted it to like really lean into that stuff, which I guess is not that different from what Nick is doing. But I wanted to interview people and like bring that shtick.
Dude,
Do you know what it is? I feel like he, like, while his might be a little bit of a parody, it's a dog whistle to the people on my crypto Twitter timeline, unfortunately, that actually like believe that and then want to flex all of their stupidity. Here's me in a private jet with my pudgy as my avatar, or here's my ape on a yacht, and I'm just like, oh, bro, it's so gross to me. It's so gross. That's what it is. Like, it may be a joke. I get it. Like, it's a meme, but it's also like, then there's the people who just fill the timeline with like, yeah, I choose rich, and here's my flex, and it's lame to me.
Okay.
yeah, I'm not a fan either. I'm not a fan either. You know, Henry. This really at this point in time is, since we're talking about character archetypes, this is Icarus moment right now. You familiar with Icarus? Flew too close to the sun, and then his wings made of wax made him crash down really
Talking
bad.
about Nick?
Yeah.
You motherfuckers.
Dude, it's Icarus. Literally, it's like, I don't know, man. Like maybe this thing has some more legs and it keeps going for a little while. But in my experience, this character that he's playing or leaning into long term, nobody likes him. And at some point, like I'm sorry, dude. No, I don't care how. What are you gonna point to? Like MTV Cribs and shit. Like,
yeah, I'm with you, Biggie.
I get it. Like, it has an audience. It has an audience, a very low IQ audience, in my opinion. And I'm sorry if I'm bashing your boy, but honestly, no.
You bros ain't choosing rich. I'm shocked here, man. I'm shocked.
No,
even Dave Portnoy's choosing rich.
I think he's choosing short-term gratification for long-term fucking scarlet letter. This is gonna follow him for the rest of his life, and that's fine. I'm not saying it's gonna ruin him or this or that. It's just like, I don't want this. Is not like something I would ever want to be known for. And if he's cool with it, that's fine. It's just like not. I'm sorry. Like I just, it's not for me, man. At all.
I totally fucking get it. I think any other world or any other time I would have been so off put by this. I think I like the hell out of the fact, Henry, I'm gonna mute you again. I respect the hell out of that. He's a builder. Like, I didn't know he's a businessman. Like, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize he had, like, you know, sold a business to grow a new business, and he's sitting here actually building like a media company. Like, the NFT collection, I guess, whatever. But the fact that he is an entrepreneur, and like that's what matters most, and everything he's doing is to bring eyes to the business. That's what I fucking love. And so I buy into the shtick for that reason, especially.
He should do a porn video next.
Yes.
You know,
I know you're being a smart ass, but yes, he should.
Yeah.
No shame. Nick OnlyFans, just his nose though. It's just like he like drapes a little something over his nose and like
have his little fucking Nick Kardashian moment.
Yeah.
Right?
Did you see that? You saw that video, right? Yeah. We looked at that.
Oh yeah. Please don't do that to me.
Oh my God,
please do not do that to me.
All right, no, we'll move on because we do want to talk.
Right through my memory.
But I mean, it does sum up what's going on. I mean, it's literally like this. It's meme coin mania. The Nick thing sums it up perfectly. I mean, it's like, you know, at this point, I wish it were the anthem, because in 2021 it was Eclectic Methods, you know, the chest thump that was our anthem. If Nick had a song, that would be our anthem. Even like Crypto Boy. You know, like, I wish he had a song because that would fit. But right now it's just the videos and the tagline and whatever. It is what it is, and we will take it. Speaking of an audience, though, okay, yes, Nick has his audience. We've got an audience, man. I'm shocked. I went out and put out on Twitter last week, like, holy shit, 75 people watching live, right? We hit 90 already. We got 88 people watching live right now. Today, maybe it'll be the day we break 100. I think if not today, it's coming really soon. But kind of like I said at the beginning, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. If one person's tuning in, it's the show's going on, and that's all we expect. But if a bunch of people find value in this show and you're learning and you're being entertained, that's just crazy. So again, thank you guys. Meme Coin Mania. Let's finally do it. We've been talking about that now for 20, 30 minutes. I gotta get us there. That's my job.
What is this, the Meme Coin Mania of which you speak?
The
I
meme
forgot.
coin fucking mania.
God damn.
Oh my dude. I'm not
Lord.
I'm so bad at this. Who here that's watching is good at meme coins? Like, and is it all just luck? Because I miss everything. I get in late or I exit early or whatever. Like, I am fucking trash at it.
I think there is such a thing as a meme coin savant. They are out there. And how you narrow in on that glorious profession, I have no clue. If I had to take a stab at it, you have a fantastic pulse on, world culture. Maybe not world culture, but modern, like, current culture, what's going on. And like, so you follow, like, you're just a mega fan of certain things. You're like a collector and a tinker, and somehow when you see these things pop up, you're able to gauge whether they'll perform well or not way before anybody else, right? That would be my guess. Like, but I do think they exist out there. They fucking do.
Well, I'll tell you what,
I'm thinking of
Bone felt
Sunday
easy to
Funday.
see.
Shout out to you, brother.
To who?
Sunday Funday. So he's the guy that aped 420.69 Sol into Boma, that thing.
Yeah.
And like just overnight, it's like, I don't know what his stack is worth right now. I had drinks with that guy in Marfa last year. And well, I'll leave the conversation between us, but let's just say I've had him on my mind as of late. If you're listening, love you, brother. Shout out. I hope you go there again. I can't wait to talk. A lot has happened since, but let's just say he wasn't a fan of Proof.
Oh, interesting.
And we talked for a good long while about that, and he was right. Well, maybe not of Proof, but of certain.
Of Kevin Rose specifically. Man,
yeah.
I wish there was time to get into him because, man, I got some thoughts. In fact,
I mean,
we got to get into the meme. Like, let's talk about him real quick, because like he doesn't matter.
Sure.
With NFTs not mattering, he especially matters less. What bullshit earlier this week that we saw he like dumped his NFT collection, and more than that he burned his ENS addresses, like burned them, and then he's got the balls to come out and say, I'm not getting out of NFTs, which totally felt like damage control, right? You don't burn your ENS, multiple of them, if you're...
Well, the crazier one, did you see the one about royalties where like Dmitry Chernak noticed that he wasn't paying the royalties, and then he called him out and then immediately flipped him back on? Again, I don't know. Everybody's like benefit of the doubt, like he, and I don't know, man. I'm done. I'm like not tracking that stuff anymore.
I saw it. I didn't know if it was true. I didn't know Dimitri mentioned it. That's shocking,
man. That one was that I think was to me the more alarming one, right? Because, and I don't know, man, in that regard, out of what Proof has done and for artists and in the name of art and on NFTs and everything, like you don't carpet bomb the whole team and the whole experience because of one man's wrongdoing. But it doesn't look good. It doesn't help. That was the part for me that I was like, damn, dude.
He's almost our Anakin, but he's not big enough to be Anakin. Like, he's not important enough to be that. But that arc he's gone on is very, very similar to the Anakin arc, especially if he pulled that royalty shit.
Not a good arc. I think how you leave and how you enter a space or a place, whether it's a room, a party, a group of friends, how you enter is important. Always people tell you that, right? But how you leave is equally as important. And man, the way he left. Bad.
I got booted. Are you talking Kevin Rose?
Kevin Rose.
Yes, sir.
We had to touch on him because he's such a douche.
Oh man. Yeah. He could be an Anakin. He needs to spend a little bit of time on the Death Star. A little more time before he could have that arc. But he he's an odd character. Did you finish on Memecoin? Did you finish the Memecoin?
We still haven't gotten to Memecoin.
We got sidetracked a little bit, but we're going into Memecoins, Henry.
Yep. Because I was going to say, when you started it, like, these Memecoiners they're like 3 to 10 monitors up, checking the 5 or 1 minute chart, and they're in these paid pump and dump Telegram groups, and that's like, I bet that's like 75% of them. It isn't.
Do you remember when we started crypto? We started doing that. Like, that was our like exposure, getting into these Telegram groups. We're like, dude, we got so lucky and got invited into like a secret alpha group. That was me, at least. I didn't know what was going on.
And other people or some shit, right?
Just getting wrecked. I the shitcoin channel in Kongs in the 21 era was like, dude, it's so neurotic. It's Friend, it's GM, it's GMGN, it's all these new tickers. And like I'd roll in with 0.1 or 0.25 thinking I'm catching catching it on the upswing. And I was always the exit liquidity.
Yep.
Like just it's such a hard that's a hard life, bro. If you're meme coining, I realize like you can make money. It's a hard life. It's like a gig life where you're on the road for days on end and you don't get to sleep at home in your nice comfy bed. You're committed to that shit.
I want that
but you can
life.
make some money. Yeah, no, you can make money, man.
Yeah, like we can't do it. You and me, impossible. Like if you got a full-time gig, especially in Web3, which it's not an 8-hour gig. It's like an all day, every day thing. You can't put the time in to stay on top of that stuff.
And like everything else, you're hearing the wins. People post their wins, and you feel the FOMO, like, oh my gosh, I didn't get into that. I didn't get in Pepe or Bonk or any of the ones that are running now in Solana. And the reality is like, yeah, well, you're not talking about the 18 other ones that you're into that you lost on. But granted, with shit coins, 1 10,000x and you're doing okay, right?
That's it.
So,
dude, I know somebody in our small circle who put in, I think, like $5,000 into. I want to say it was Bohm. It could have been Nick. I think it was Bohm, and he's $100,000 cashed out. Like that's the kind of shit that can happen in 2 days here in this space. It's crazy. With his bonkers too. I mean, this is one of our biggest new meme coins of this cycle. Although a couple months old at this point, but $2.5 billion market cap. Billion. And man, I mean, so this was a big story this week. It's going to be on the Las Vegas Sphere. I mean, if the Nick strategy works, just get your face out there everywhere, and clearly that does wonders. Everyone in the world's going to see this here. It's fucking crazy.
Are you saying it's not too late to get some bonk? It's not too late. There's still some legs.
A whiff, yeah. I actually think that's true. Even at $2.5 billion, I do. I mean, I think it's not too late. Well, like, what's the cap of Sheeb or something like that, right? Which I don't even know.
I thought it used to be like, yeah, I was gonna say, I thought like at the top, I feel like it was like 4 to 6 billion, but might be slightly off on that.
It's like 16 billion now.
Lord,
shows how much these shows even at 2 billion how much further you can go. It's absolutely. And okay, do we believe that there's a meme coin super cycle coming? Is that a real thing? Are we about to find out if that's a real thing?
What?
A meme coin, okay, we've been talking about
the super cycle,
NFT super cycle, right? Are we getting a meme coin super cycle? And I'll say this too because we should talk.
It feels like it.
It does. So, okay, if we all think there's an NFT super cycle coming because more people, more liquidity, and that's the reasons why, we get to see it play out in meme coins first. If it happens, we know it's coming to NFTs as well. We're going to get that super cycle. But if it doesn't happen over in meme coins, there's no reason to expect it in NFTs, right?
Dude, yeah. I can see that happening. I mean, you're already seeing this kind of like from certain people, right? Like that, like they're going to all these other chains that haven't had that moment yet and positioning themselves not just in like the more dominant NFT collections, but now also picking up the so-called dominant meme coins, right?
Hang on, I just noticed Q's giving me shit. Okay, Q. I'm assuming this is Q. It's Q, right? You don't.
No, I think that's GIF.
That's GIF. Whoever it is, you don't think there's a meme coin super cycle? I'm wondering if that's what you're commenting on here. This time is different. Yeah. Why wouldn't it be different? The adoption of crypto has never been higher, right? Like that's what's different. Like the space is different.
It's Q. Okay.
It
What's up, homie?
Love Q. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Are you saying this time like you're poking away at the like super cycle comment? Yeah. Oh, dude. Good point, Cats. Yeah, we would have vampire GIF right now.
Yeah, that's right. Count GIF. True that.
No chance. Zero. None. Okay. I don't know about meme. People love. Yes. Yeah, I'm with you. I mostly don't get it.
I mean, maybe what he means is this time is different in the sense like it's not different as far as like it's all going to zero anyway, but there still can be a nice cycle in between, right? Yeah. In between here and there, Like the end result is going to be the same as the last cycle, but
which is everything goes to zero, except
there
for
could be a
couple.
few more. Yeah, but there could be a few juicy chapters in between, and it might be a long book. Who knows? Maybe it's like 10 chapters instead of 3. But yeah, maybe that's what he means by this time is different. I think we all know all this goes to zero still.
Yeah, dude, that's it. Totally. I mean, I think we'll get one brand new meme coin out of the cycle that stays like a sheep, and you know, it's gonna be Whiff. It's gonna be not Nick. It's not gonna be Portnoy. None of that shit. It could be Bohm. So like, kind of comparing these coins, I guess. Q pointed out the dump in Nick, and it did dump, man. It's I mean, yeah, it's almost dead. It's close to dead. It probably dies.
Here's another reason why I feel like Nick is riskier than your average meme coin. It's because he's human, like a real life human that can fuck up and do things that don't go your way. Whereas if Dog with hat, what is he gonna do except look cute with a fucking hat?
Yep.
You know,
it's like the CryptoPunk thing.
The ones that are a cult of personality, you are relying on that personality to stay in character and stay on point, which he's done. To his credit. Point. But you know, if he has a slip up, he says some kind of racial slur when he's drunk, I don't know, whatever the fuck, it can go to zero fast. And you know, you're already fucking around with meme coins. Dude, I'm not gonna no.
It's a damn good point. Like, really, I hadn't considered that. Again, like, if you are just your value is just in your existence in the meme, that goes much further, further. Bohm's got that. Like, Book of Meme.
Damn.
This one's so interesting because it comes from a well-respected, you know, builder in the space, an artist. You know, basically, he's got. I look at it like similar to Rare Pepe's, right? You know, kind of the what does he call his series of stuff? His memes that he puts out, his art collection. This is coming from Dark Farms, right?
Yeah. It's small, right? His collection's small.
I didn't know that's him.
Yeah, it's those little weird Pepes.
Okay, all right. I see. I thought he also did. I mean, a lot like this. He would just do these series of like kind of meme cards, like separate from his you know, his small things. If he does that too,
look up Sunday Fun Day. See if he's posted anything. He's not that big of a, but like.
No, I've heard of this.
Something. Yeah, he's a dope motherfucker, but wild as fuck.
Same dude?
No, this is the guy I was telling you I had drinks with in Marva. The guy that like aped 420 soul into Bohm and turned it into I don't know how many millions.
So what's interesting is when you get a good character, like somebody that space roots for, and especially an artist that does something like this. Like we had that artist that dropped a AI generated meme coin last cycle, and I can't remember what. Turbo. We had Turbo, right?
Yeah.
And it's cool because it's a feel-good story. It what?
It pumped also, but yeah, not
recently, like in this run.
Yeah. Well, nice. During the meme coin thing, but nothing like this.
Nothing. Yeah, but it's like I like those stories because it's like, man, as shitty as meme coins can feel sometimes, it's nothing but good feels when it's a guy like that for whatever reason. Like just us knowing they've been around in the space and like they've got maybe a more artistic approach to it makes everybody comfortable throwing something.
Redemption narrative, right? Like I remember his, like I don't recall his story word for word, but I mean I imagine he was like having a hard time, and then it was a good story. Like it was a heartwarming story, and a lot of people wanted to get behind that, and I understand why for sure.
And then Q clarified he's keeping the hopium in check. He's still like, and I appreciate that he does that because that's incredibly fucking smart. I'll still stand by the this time is different. Because it just is. Like,
oh shit! He's asking for a restream invite. He's coming in to check us live.
Oh, good. Hang on.
Damn.
Okay.
Do it.
Never had Q on the show before, guys. I fucking love this man. Okay. All right. Boom. DM'd.
Nice.
Q from the Say What show every day, every Monday through Friday over on X. Amazing show about the Say blockchain NFT ecosystem, you know, DeFi, which is starting to really pop off there too. Respect the hell out of this guy. But also NFT Live, which you guys, I assume a lot of you come from there. So you know NFT Live already. Phenomenal fucking show. The longest running, if I'm not mistaken, the longest running show, like NFT show, like in the space, period, like years. So motherfucking Q. He's coming aboard here in just a quick minute. Before he gets here. Huh? What's that?
Him and Shep, like his dog.
Oh, dude, his dog's beautiful, by the way, huh? Yeah, he needs to drop a token. What we're gonna get to after Q's here, and maybe he'll touch on it too, but the fucking meme coin mania, like full circle.
So
Coming to
I'll tell you what I'm doing, Huda, meme coin wise right now. Not on BTC, but I have bought like the prominent. Look at this motherfucker!
It's
what up, baby?
oh my god, it's
I'm
this man choosing rich.
Baby. I'm in my flat in New York City. What's up, baby?
This motherfucker.
Choose rich motherfuckers.
Dude, oh my god, I think the next show is all shirtless. I wouldn't do that to you guys.
This needs to happen more often, dude.
Do you start your day in the bathtub, or is that just for the shtick?
That's where he sleeps.
Yeah, every day, Huda, in the bathtub, choosing rich, baby.
It's like
look at my moves, bro.
Oh my god, that's the life right there. Holy shit, man! How you doing? Good to see you.
Good, man. Yeah, Katz is asking Shep with hat. That's soon. That's soon. We're starting a new meme coin ourselves, Huda.
Are you really?
We'll see.
You should
neither confirm nor deny.
Oh, he was covered up with a comment, but okay, all right, damn. I'm assuming on say. Okay, yeah, do give me another one of those winks.
I'll give you the Cabal comment, I promise.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. I'm okay. I'm like bullish on the base DeFi ecosystem because a lot of things you showed me there, and I think you've done well over there. Giga bullish on the Say ecosystem, knowing they've got this like V2 EVM upgrade coming up, and it's gonna be so much easier to get some liquidity over there, and it's already kind of popping. So, yowza. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
who here is into Say stuff, and are you touching DeFi yet?
With Say?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know you guys are.
100%. We were looking at the numbers yesterday on Say What, our morning spaces, and TVL is only like 40 mil, Huda. It's crazy. Like the amount of NFT activity, I think clouds that, but 40 mil TVL is like
nothing.
50th top blockchain on DeFi Llama.
So you're talking for the NFT ecosystem, or is that the DeFi part?
Total.
All of it. That's nothing. That's like one NFT collection.
I know. So yeah, so we're dealing with some liquidity issues. Like some people are launching legitimate projects, trying to raise funds, and they're not minting out. And so you deal with that, you deal with some negatives, but the positive is we have so much to grow. And you saw the Say token actually pump, in the last 10 hours or 12 hours. I think it's like at 110. I think it topped out at like 120.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I've never seen it over $1 except for like one time it just briefly peaked over.
Yeah.
Dude, look. So the whole Say ecosystem, TVL, less than the sales volume Runestone did in the past 24 hours. Like one collection on Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly.
Wild. Oh, man. Like explosive growth then you can have over there. Explosive. Because everybody over on Say, and it's myself included, I haven't traded much recently, but everyone that's experienced it loves it. So it's one of those things that's just kind of obvious. It was like early Tezos. You knew, hey, if people come over and try it, they're gonna stick around. They're gonna like this. And same vibe over there.
And the question is, because I know Tezos had its bumps. It never really got to where it was. The question is it going to get there? I fucking love showing this comment, by the way. Biggie, I'm finally fucking naked, dude. We finally did it.
Officially, you become one with your dog.
I need to go see Palette and see if it's true.
No, I don't have the naked dog.
Dude, you still need one. You still need one, brother. Man, I agree, dude. Like, I think, and it's, what keeps me bullish about it is just hearing how thick people are transacting on ETH, right? Like you really are starting to see like people that are diehard ETH maxis. Like I was on a call, like a 5-hour fucking gathering with the A1 team over with G Money. It covered all kinds of stuff, but one of those themes that really stuck out with me was a lot of people that are really bullish on ETH NFTs and on Ethereum being like this is getting close to make or break. Like I'm sick of this shit, right? Like L2s are way better, and when you go to L2s, they're all right, but go to Say and go to Solana and compare. And I mean, if you really want to like kill fees, high performance blockchains is where it's at, not L2s. And I've been bullish on L2s for a long time. I still want to see how ZK rollups perform, but honestly, spoiled over on Say in that regard. And if V2 performs as advertised, I think we will definitely see a tremendous influx of capital into that ecosystem.
Well, so question: the fact that Blast so far hasn't lived up to, like, I guess the expectations, but the fact that it's there and it has all that potential, the fact that people love Solana right now, and the fact that base is growing, as good as Say is there a potential we don't have enough people, that there's enough people that want to even leave those other ecosystems to go to Say, which is excellent? Is that there's a chance of that? I feel like, right?
There is definitely a chance, Huda, and the reason why I like Say as opposed to, say, Solana or others is that once V2 launches, you'll be able to go there if you wish via your MetaMask and just, adding a new RPC code to it, RPC address to it, right? And so if you're, it definitely it reduces friction as much as possible, right? Because to me, okay, there's a solid case to be made with base that it's, like we say, liquidity adjacent. That's really great. I think with Blast, it's a little different because, one, it's like living up to the expectations, all these different apps building over there that are requiring you to bridge more ETH, to lock up things, to click on things constantly, like a casino. Like, I don't know, like it feels casino-ish to me, right? Like, and
We're talking Blast.
Yeah. And I think like a big thing for Blast to me is going to be the native yield, right? Like if you can do the native yield.
Oh my! Do we need to ape?
Oh no!
Join just dropped us a new coin.
When did this
drop the ticker?
Oh my God! Yeah, he dropped the ticker. I didn't know what it was, but Boar. You see this, Henry?
Yeah. But I was still thinking of Biggie's comment of that Blast.
Like the native yield that Blast is touting better be significant, right?
And I'm just thinking,
he's at his spot, man.
But this whole thing's a casino, bro. We're talking shit coins, and every like it's.
I get the spirit of it. Yeah. Henry, just so you know, you cut out almost the entire thing.
Yeah, no, I think it is. The whole thing is a casino, but at some point, like, the casino, I don't want to say will die. It'll dumb down a little, right? Like, we know these things. Like, it's metas that come and go. I think even if we have a prolonged, like you said, Huda, meme coin super cycle, or if we have like a bunch of different little mini cycles throughout this bull market, I have a hard time thinking that that's going to just be what dominates. If it is, then dude, crypto's got a bigger problem than any of us could have thought, right?
If meme coins dominate this cycle, or what was
like at this extent right now, where they take front center stage and just opaque everything else that's going on right there at the moment, right? I think at some point you're going to have other narratives take center stage, right? Like, it's just natural from the ebb and flow of things. And I think when you get to those moments, when you get to that time, it's like when you can see cleared from the clouds, and they part, and you can be like, oh, okay, this is what's getting built here. This is what the community that remains here. This is what's happening, right? And I think with some of these L2s, like, I want to see how that plays out, because to me, something like Blast, where it's like, okay, the native yield that we're is a very novel thing here that no other L2 will have, right? Okay, well, it's got to be significantly valuable for me to justify its existence, as opposed to base, right? Or as opposed to Arbitrum, which I know we've been discounting a lot as of late because nothing has happened, but I do see a lot of builders and a lot of people doing things that are still going to be shipped on Arbitrum, right? Like a more serious long-term vision. They haven't been very shilly about the stuff. So to me, it's just like, okay, when these things eventually, when the meme coin does settle, it's like, we'll see who's got solid legs, I would say, right? And to me, like in the L2 space, it's either Blast, Arbitrum, or Base. But I think these incumbents, these paralyzed EVMs, like Monad, will definitely compete for mindshare. And when that's the thing, when I hear like what's what's valuable to the people that are going to these chains at the moment where things are a little bit less expensive and they're looking to position themselves for when the puck or liquidity does arrive there. I keep hearing fees. Fees are the number one thing. And I just, in that regard, I don't think Base or Blast compete with these parallelized EVMs.
It's a good take. I think I'd have to agree with it all, man.
Yeah. Blast 2 came out the gate and hit probably the most hype that any chain had, right? It had 2 billion, whatever. And immediately it wasn't very profitable to be on the chain, right? And what I'm trying to say is places like places like Base, like they weren't as immediately PvP is what we call it. Like you kind of get there's maybe four tokens. You kind of position yourself in one or two of them, and then they take off once the liquidity comes. Blast was just 2 billion. We launched. Like there's so many tokens on. Like it was like a shotgun to the face. Like it was just right away so hot and heavy, and it hasn't been profitable for me. I mean, there's probably been other people that have taken advantage of it, but it hasn't been as easy as say plays on Base and to position yourself. And then the liquidity comes.
Very good points. And I still like Draco's comment here. We don't have enough people for all these chains. And I think I agree. And man, when I start really thinking about that, it can make me question, some of these numbers where we're tracking unique sellers, unique buyers. Again, how many are the same people that have just made a brand new wallet on a chain they never were on before? So does that mean that they, stop trading at the other place? And, so it's, it's counterbalancing. It's still correctly counting, unique people. Or if they're trading both places, they're being double counted, triple counted, however many blockchains they're trading on. But yeah, at some point they're stretched too thin.
Here, right? We see it here. Me and Q are over playing at you're playing over at Bitcoin at the moment, right? And we'll see where liquidity flows next, right? The thing I will say is that if you're playing it for this cycle, right? If you plan on taking profits or what have you, I mean, I think you can do well, like going to these more obscure chains that you're bullish on, that you think will perform well, that have a good foundation, that are like actually, giving out grants to builders, and that have a substantial amount of holders, because all of these entities are invested and interested in seeing that investment do well, right? And so one of the things I was going to, Huda, with the meme coins that I've been cajoled into a little bit is like bridging over to these more obscure chains. What am I talking about? Is like Aptos, ICP. I don't know if you remember that from last cycle.
Yeah.
A couple of these, right? You go over there, nothing crazy, like $200, whatever, and then just go for these meme coins that are popping up over there at the moment, right? That can potentially benefit if there is a liquidity rush over there.
What the fuck? Like, I didn't know Jupe was taking off. I'm sorry, Marty just made a comment. I didn't realize it had been doing so well.
Dude, I'll add to Biggie's point. Like Ronin has, I think, bucked a little bit of the trend. I'm not, daily on Ronin or anything, but it feels like they're just maybe tackling the NFT side, or maybe just tackling the gaming side. You've been talking about for a long time, hey, you need a robust DeFi side as well to support a healthy ecosystem. But it feels like Ronin's just, hey, we're fucking strong on gaming. And I trust that the people behind that, obviously Henry knows a bunch more about what's going on over there, but just from
the meme coin factor is a bit of a gimmicky play, right? Because it's like you need a successful meme coin where people are making money, because that will draw attention and people will go over there. But the real play is that they will go over there, hopefully make, have a good experience, make a little money or whatever, and choose to keep at least some of that liquidity over there, right? Buy an NFT, start getting integrated into community, and decide that, hey, this is a great chain that I want to continue playing in. I think like the real DeFi that you and I are talking about and expecting, Q, is more like, the leveraged apps, the liquid restaking and all that stuff, which is being built out, and some of it's already working over there, and I know you and I are partaking in. But yeah, I think like that the meme coin necessity in all these chains is definitely a thing, right? It's like that little carrot on the stick that it's like, hey, come on over.
I gotta say, guys, hearing you talk,
you can make money.
But hearing you guys talk and like the depth and the knowledge of all these different chains and like the reasons and like, man, it's so much fucking work for some people to do that, to know what chain, for people to know that Say is as good as it is and to, kind of get that conviction on their own. It's like Bitcoin feels like the easiest, the most left curve kind of position you can take, in the coin itself, but just in that ecosystem, right? Like, again, I think everything everybody's talking about are going to have winners. There's going to be huge winners, huge gains on each chain in multiple ways, but Bitcoin feels like the most left curve. It's the way it's probably the perfect way to put it.
It's almost like a very sure bet, right?
I think to Q's
I
point,
so.
and I was going to mention Ronan when you guys were mentioning all these other chains, because it's funny. It's like, where's nobody looking right now? Ronan's just another example of a chain that is, I don't want to say quietly building, but they are certainly curating. You have people building on Arbitrum. I like Arbitrum, but Ronan is curating because they are a permission chain. It's highly curated. 2 projects recently launched. You've got Hydro that launched this week. They're a Web2 studio that's coming in. Aperon. I mean, look at the Ronin chart, man. And it's just one of these plays that, again, the Twitter influencers aren't talking about. But it's just one of these things that's quietly working in the background that I think in the next 6 to 12 months is going to make some like major impacts. And if you're playing on Ronin, if you're in the Pixels ecosystem, if you're in the Kongs ecosystem with Play and Collect coming, if you're in Aperon, if you're going to be in Hydro, Axie's obviously, just it's a really healthy ecosystem.
Wow.
Really fast chain too.
Now, when you say it's curated, Henry, like you mean like for NFT projects and everything, you kind of have to go through a screening process. Is it possible to launch a meme coin over there?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah,
I think they're going to be going. I mean, I think they're going to be going permissionless at some point, and I think that's going to be like healthy. I think they're just trying to really build like a quality base before they start just opening it up. But
can you fucking imagine when Ronin opens up and anybody can mint over there?
I think Ron's going to be easily a $10 plus token. I think for it to hit the same market cap of like IMX, I think would put it in like the $12 to $15 range, and I think it has real potential to get there.
It's a bill right now, and we got shitty meme coins with nothing, no product, no nothing, that are $2.5 bill, 10 bill. What, right? Like, yes.
There's several teams in crypto that you could just bet heavily on and probably do pretty well, like Animoca, even though they take the shotgun approach of supporting pretty much every gaming side project. If you took some calculated bets on like an Animoca backed project, Axie Infinity is the same way. That Sky Mavis team, like if you just allocated based on Sky Mavis this entire run, I mean, you'll probably do fucking well.
I think so. You can get some Ron, you can stake it and just like sit back and chill and see how it goes. But there's also fun ecosystems over there that you can take part in and grind out. But yeah, right now all the attention's on meme coins, obviously ordinals, but I just think it's like this sleeper cell. And I think at some point that ecosystem is going to explode. And obviously going permissionless, I think will play a little bit of a role in that. That was my shill for the day.
It was beautiful. I just wanted to show this. 100 live people watching here in Q in the bathtub. This is a magical moment. God damn, this is beautiful.
I'm just this my crystal motherfucker.
Look out!
Oh
look
yeah,
out for Q-Tub.
Q, would you ever go on your Choose Rich arc?
No,
dude, you could do a shtick. You would be fucking great at it.
Yeah, I'll find my shtick. I'm definitely not doing them.
You see, the man has dignity.
Okay, hang on. Just gonna say this: Ronin has more wallets and transactions than Solana, unless yeah, right. There's something to that. It's the usage over on Ronin. It kind of beats out most other chains. I think I've not looked at the numbers, but it feels that way to me, especially because shit like the pixels, and then knowing everything else that's coming there. Ronin's gonna be a monster. I have no bags, and I need to. God damn, do I regret that, along with a dozen other things. But
one day you guys should crawl their data and maybe have it on CryptoSlam.
So we got it. It's what it's a victim of being early. just being early, like the tech was, like they were one of our first non-Ethereum chains we onboarded, and so was Flow. But we had systems that were built for that, and those systems are now like many, many years out of date. So we can pick up, the ETH collections, the Ronin stuff that is on ETH doesn't help the Ronin side stuff. So
so that's not even accurate, is what you're saying.
the Ronin stuff is not, no,
Oh,
which
wow.
is a real bummer. Their numbers are much higher than that. So can tell you that there is going to be a focus on that, especially with all this stuff coming out. It's what opens up all the doors for upgrades across the board. And Ronin is, just believe me, high on the list for that. And I'm always pushing. And I can say this on the back end, everyone understands the importance, like the significance of Ronin. But I don't know what their volume actually is right now, because even their own marketplace, I don't think that I've seen displays it well. So I don't know what kind of sales volume they actually do in the NFT side. But yes, I would say safe to say it's a lot more than that. We'll get there. We'll definitely get there. Okay. I definitely want to get into the Mega Pont thing. But I just want to bring it full circle, which I've already done, so we don't have to stay on this long. But again, all the meme coin talk, it still brings it back to Bitcoin. I mean, man, I hate to do it, Biggie, and say, but dude,
I'm not like, I think you're right. Like in the sense that I do think when you take profits and you want to hold them somewhere, I think for the majority of the people, it's Bitcoin. Now, is it ordinals? That's a different story. But yeah, I agree with you.
I'll say this. I think you're going to have a lot of opportunity. Anybody, this is just a general thing. While it looked like maybe Runestone was just going to go, this straight up only kind of chart, I don't think it is. I mean, 112,000 supply. It's a fuck ton. Now, okay, a lot of Bitcoin collections, I see like 15, 20% listed. It's usually really high, like really, really exceptionally high. It's just a lot of flippers there. You see a lot less of that in the, the rune generating projects. So like RSIC is only like 5% listed. But seeing only like 1 or 2% listed on Runestone, I don't think makes sense. I think you're going to see a lot more, and I think that price should come down drastically.
Can you explain where the rune stones, how they play for the runes themselves? That confuses me a bit, because certain collections, do they like passively yield runes, or how does that all work? Or do we not know yet?
It'll be like that. Okay, so RSIC, and I'm going to tell you, I don't even know how RSIC works, other than I think there's like some kind of staking mechanism. And if it's not exactly that, it's just similar, like in concept. It's you hold your runestone, you do something with it. Let's just say it's staking, and because of that, you start earning these maybe off-chain points that when the actual rune is generated, like actually inscribed and created, then you're going to get that allocation, like drop to you, or you claim it or whatever. And I'm assuming runestone is the exact same kind of thing. So you hold the runestone equals X amount of runes when they go live, but like how it works, how many you get per, and what do you have to do to actually start accruing, I don't think anybody knows yet. So you're basically looking at a generator of rune. It looks like it. There's no rarity to these, so it'll probably matter if they want to build out on the back end, like systems for it.
Sorry, I mean, like, is a runestone and an RSIC and a guardian all the same, or do they each bring like their own distinct benefit to the rune?
The picture that they're all going to be, the rune is just like a protocol in a way, like the ordinals protocol. Picture each one of these is going to have their own meme coin, so they'll have their nick or their bohm or their whiff or whatever. Each one basically represents a totally unique meme coin that's going to be on Bitcoin.
Ah, gotcha. It's not that they're all going to yield the same token. They're all going to have a different token associated.
They all yield their own tokens. Okay. So that's why I'm so excited about what's happening. We are all of a sudden, just like the BRC20 thing that happened, we're going to have an actual meme coin, scene just be birthed over here, and it's coming in like 4 weeks. Runes launch when the halving happens. And then boom, runes go live. Casey Rodemore has the first 10 runes that are already, if they're not inscribed, he's got them ready to go, so they inscribed immediately. But he's got 10 coming. R6 got theirs coming. Now we know Runestone has theirs coming. There's that collection called like PNGS or Pings or whatever they're called. They're dropping a collection that's rune related on Monday. So if you're a Quantum Cats holder, you get an allocation. There's like 10 or 15 projects or collections that they all get to mint this Pings runestone thing, or I should say their rune thing. So it's just bubbling up right now. Like right now, it's just starting. Very, very early.
Dude,
now, but
I didn't realize that's how this is happening. It's gonna get crazy, isn't it? Like it's gonna get crazy. going to get stupidly awesome.
Look at meme coins on any ecosystem. So just look at Solana, look at the shit that's going on over there and how crazy it is, and then just imagine what that could look like if you do that on Bitcoin. And that's exactly what's coming. It's absolutely mind-boggling. And it's why people are not letting these go really even at 0.025, right? Because they're like, oh my God, this gets me a very early Bitcoin meme coin. Like, oh my God. So again, left curve this one very hard. Very hard. Yeah, it's going to be wild. And then the beautiful part is all of that, I think without fail we've seen so far, it comes back to NFTs. NFTs are not dead. They're just not. I mean, struggling right now, I think that's fair to say. Down bad is fair to say, but not dead. And they'll be back in a big way, in a big fucking way. On Ethereum, they're going to be fucking, yeah, we'll have a very, very nice Ethereum NFT run. I still think Bitcoin outperforms everything by a wide, wide, wide margin, but everything's coming back.
You know what I'm interested in though, like after that, like how much of that remains on on Ethereum, like we've talked about, right, Huda?
Yeah,
I definitely think there's a lot of people over there that are reevaluating what they want to hold and how long they want to hold it for, and are obviously praying for this prediction of yours to come true, right? That at some point life will be breathed back into NFT collections over on Ethereum. But yeah, I also think that a lot of those holdings at the current moment, you know, have a sell price and they're not coming back, right?
So, well, here's a question: Is Ethereum's potential, like, is it changed fundamentally? Like, so not just like right now, Bitcoin's the flavor of the month and Solana. Is Bitcoin, and I think this is the case, is Bitcoin so big that it actually alters the course of, you know, Ethereum's future, NFT future? And I think it is. And this actually feeds into what I know you want to talk about. And it also, like, the evidence is right here that Super Rare is now moving into Bitcoin, not leaving Ethereum, but the fact that they know that the scene over there is here and it's here to stay. And the fucking Super Rare, I don't think they've minted anywhere else besides Ethereum. They're going to be minting on Bitcoin. Artists want to be over there. Collectors want to collect over there. I think this change, Ethereum, it is now different.
It's turning into kind of like what Bitcoin was in the last cycle, right? Like a granddaddy chain, like a relic chain, a chain where a historical chain and a verification chain, like with the whole eigenlayer meta going on, right? Like, I think it will always be the birthplace of NFTs, you know, of culture, and some of those will always be relevant and hopefully continue to live on NFT. That's the big question that you and I have with teleburning right around the corner. I think going forward, Bitcoin will definitely eat a lot of the market share for artists wanting to mint. Like, I think Bitcoin is definitely right there, like a choice you're going to have to make. I think that's going to be dependent on how complex and data heavy your art project is. I think Bitcoin does have limitations in that regard that will still, you know, have artists look at other alternatives for it. I don't think it's dead, but I do think its course and relevancy might be altered after this cycle, especially if we continue to see what's been happening with Solana and potentially with Say and Monad, you know, by the end of this year. I think a lot of this activity is going to go to these other chains, especially with the way some of these projects are developing, like these very intricate ecosystems where you can like stake or just eat it, like, you know, NFT-Fi, all of that stuff. Like, I don't see that playing out on Ethereum anymore. It's going to have to be L2s or high performance blockchains. And so PFPs, I'm very curious to see where they land, because I honestly, that, for example, I don't think the majority of them are ever going to live on Bitcoin ordinals. I'm sorry. They're just too clunky in infrastructure. You won't be able to make it as sophisticated and intricate as you can with other high performance blockchains. But I like for art. I mean, yeah, I'm very curious. Fucking English.
Did you hear what he just said? He does not think that PFPs are really gonna thrive on Bitcoin because you can't do things with them. They're not sophisticated enough. The systems can't support it.
I didn't say they won't exist. Like, I think the ones that are there already will. No. I don't think
I'm
they'll
kidding.
thrive. I don't think they'll continue to launch there like that or be successful in that regard.
All right. Okay. Cool. We should get into that. That's probably gonna be a separate show. Like I will challenge you on all of that. It'd be a beautiful conversation.
Okay. One question: is any of this OpCat or is anything Bitcoin? Is anything that's happening on Bitcoin working to solve creator fees? Because I don't agree with everything Biggie says, although I do agree with some of it. But at the end of the day, yeah, I think it's here to stay without a doubt.
So much higher when you got smart guys like Biggie fading it still. So much fucking higher. We're
no,
so
Biggie
early.
Biggie makes me, not gonna lie, bro. You make me super fucking bullish on ordinals for real.
Because it's inevitable that it's inevitable that it clicks in. You're like, yeah.
Because if a guy like Sven on the Council of Kongs, who absolutely fucking hated, might even still continue to hate ordinals, has an Xverse wallet now, it makes me go like, okay, if a guy like that gets won over because he knows there's shit happening, then a guy like Biggie's definitely coming at some point. You already have the wallet, and I know you already got ordinals.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, just for clarification, set early on ordinals before this last fucking hype cycle. I like ordinals. I think there's definitely they're not going away. I'm just trying to be very mindful.
It's fair.
Given my past NFT Ethereum experiences, right? I'm not gonna part ways with my Bitcoin as easily. I'm sorry if I miss out on that. That's fine. I'm not looking for 1000x this cycle. Anywhere from 5 to 10x, I'm happy. I think you can get that in a lot of different other areas. And in the end, the goal is still to stack BTC and the primaries, right? Ethereum, maybe Solana, maybe a couple of others by the end of the cycle. But yeah, I still have my doubts on it. And you're right. I could very well be the bellwether for why this fucking thing is going to take off and go high and do super well. So be it. Not
the
be
doubts
the first
are all
time,
fair.
wouldn't be the last.
The doubts are all they're fair points. Like you bring up very good points, and so you can't argue with that. And I'll just say, man,
and I'll tell you right now, it's not fucking easy to take this fucking contrarian side. And not,
I believe it.
Like hearing you guys and telling me, and already having experienced fucking, quantum cats and fucking node monkeys and all of this shit. Not easy not to fucking just left curve it and go all in and full tilt, right? But I don't know.
I agree. Well, hey, dude, I'm always gonna have room for you on my yacht, in my mansion, and you're all like, so.
Thank you.
You can chase the gains on those other chains, and you're gonna kill it. You're gonna do excellent, and then when I get those 10,000 X's again, you are gonna be right there at my side. Either way, buddy. Either fucking way, guys. Follow Biggie fucking Poppins because you've heard him. He's a legit gigabrain here, and he understands like the technicals of blockchains and some of these protocols in a way I can't. So he's kind of my guy. I lean on for that stuff. Incredible dude. Definitely be following him.
BYORNFA on that, please.
On which part?
On following me and all that shit. I lately I don't feel very smart, to be honest. But hey, we all have down moments. So
the insights. Q's back, by the way. I didn't know if you were going to come back back in the bathtub or what exactly, but he's back.
Something that was said earlier about meme coins being the flavor of the month, or hopefully the way that I thought about it was like, hopefully it's not the flavor of the cycle. Like hopefully we don't look back at this cycle and meme coins be the thing that happened, because I do think, like Henry was talking about, most of it doesn't have much substance, and so you won't get this like step up in, as much as we want to shit on ETH NFTs, they were step up from what was built in 2017 in that cycle. And so to me, I'm just like, I think gaming is where I place a lot of my bets. Like, I think you as much as we shield Prime, I didn't allocate myself correctly. And it's up, I think, at $22-23 now. I think it still runs to like 60.
Crazy.
For what they're trying to accomplish. I think gaming hopefully does take back a little bit of the narrative, because there's actually substance there, right? And if we can take a huge step forward on that front, I think the next cycle looks a little bit forward. It would be wild for meme coins to be the thing for like the entire cycle. Usually they're kind of a side part, like you guys mentioned.
It's such a good point. It's why I'm literally watching it as my barometer for the rest of for every other sector. I'm hoping what we're seeing on meme coins is exactly what we see in NFTs and what we see in, our main cryptos, in the gaming side. Every individual part. I hope it's just a sign that more people and more money is actually interested this time around. And my gut feeling is that's what's actually happening. I really hope. But we're living through it right now. We find out, and we'll learn a lot of lessons. And hopefully, though, this is a good, year-long thing. And I hope we win throughout. It feels that way right now. Don't want to sound too bullish, but I'm pretty damn bullish.
Yeah, and I'm in Biggie's corner on this Bitcoin ordinal stuff. I haven't been fading it, but I just never. My attention was elsewhere, unfortunately, and I passed up on a generational wealth for a 20th time. So. But Biggie, I'm here to defend you on the ordinals front.
You know why I keep sticking on it? This is really it. Like I sometimes I sit and I think, why am I stuck on a thing? It's because I'm so sure it's so early still. So early. So I don't feel like anybody has missed it yet. It's just if you didn't get year one, if you weren't here in 2018, 2019 in Ethereum NFTs, you still had all of 2021 and 2022. Like there were so many opportunities still. I still think it's barely started. Barely the first inning, I think, for Bitcoin stuff. Biggie, do you want to get into that Megapont thing and then we can wrap?
Yeah, let's get into it.
You got a link? Actually, you DM me a link, right?
You can. It's probably pinned like somewhere there in my feed, so
Is
you
it
can.
The Medium thing. That's what I just had
it's a Medium newsletter thing telling you what's coming. But man, I am so fucking stoked about this. Talk about me not playing the ordinal game, but being bullish on ordinals. This is it, man. And honestly, like what excites me the most is just the havoc that this is going to unleash upon the whole ecosystem, or at least that's my theory on it. It's the first inscription as a service platform launched by the Megapont team from Stacks ecosystem, which I've been a part of since day one. Huge fan. That's like the equivalent to your Badgers, Huda, and dude, it's been a long time coming. It's great. It's a whole launching platform. So you'll be able to do snapshots and raffles on Sol, Ethereum, and Stacks. You'll be able to do inscriptions, and initially you're going to pay, you don't pay on Bitcoin, which I think is fucking awesome. Like that's one thing that I think I've heard a lot of people talk about where it's like, I don't want to spend my Bitcoin inscribing on Bitcoin. Well, now you can do so with Pixie, which is the native meme coin, say, that was launched for this. They're going to get like a 50% discount. And then like within a week, you will be able to do so paying with Ethereum, paying with Solana, paying with Portal, USDC, USDT. So you're going to have a lot of different ways to pay for inscribing on Bitcoin. And the platform is just beautiful and easy and straightforward. I hope this unleashes a fucking tidal wave of incoming inscriptions on Bitcoin and experimentation. And then not too far off, we're going to be able to, this is also going to unleash the teleburning mechanism that I'm equally fucking bullish on. And we'll be the first to teleburn through using this tech. We're going to be teleburning our cute little unicorns, which look cool, but it's
Megapixies, right?
Yeah, Megapixies, which are hilarious. I can't tell you how bullish I am about this. I think I hope the whole ecosystem embraces it. And I don't know, like what you're talking about, Huda, like you said, like I look at what's happening on Solana. Imagine Solana people can now inscribe on Bitcoin paying with Sol. Jesus, the things we're about to see.
The gay unicorns right now.
How do I find him?
Look up Megapont. Go Megapont and you can go to the website there. They're just so adorable.
I remember these sold out just a couple months back, right? When you guys were talking about them quite a bit.
Yeah.
English, why normalize paying in Bitcoin? I think there's some obvious reasons, but I want to hear from you.
He's saying it's
Henry,
healthy.
I love you, man. Appreciate you,
Henry.
of course, being here.
Take it easy. Have a great weekend, man. Hope
I'll
you get
catch
to
up with you.
unplug a little.
Yeah, right. This man doesn't stop.
I
Man does
bet.
not fucking stop. You know, like you see him all day long in this space, and he runs a business at the same time. Like it's absolutely crazy, man.
Makes it look easy, huh?
He does. I don't like. There's a few people out there that I get my grind from because I see them and I'm like, I gotta somehow try to keep up. Like Roger Dickerman is one of them. My brother's one of them. You know, like there's that fucking thing, and I always feel like, okay, you have to do that or else, and that's where I get it from. Okay, trying to find these unicorns here.
Let me see if I can find them real quick. But
what do you get from minting that Apollo thing? Because that's how you get exposure to what you were talking about, right?
yeah, so well, that from what I'm not sure if you need one in order. Maybe you might need one pass in order to be able to access the platform. But the pass is a whole different animal, but it comes with a couple of extra perks on top of accessing the platform. Like you're gonna have there's this let's just say you're gonna have art airdropped onto your wallet, and then I think they're gonna end up doing a launchpad type of thing also, where you'll have access or preferential access to that stuff. I sent it to you on the private chat. I sent you the link for the Mega Pixies.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and I love this pixel artist. Weasley is phenomenal, man. The stuff that you can do, it's like some of the best pixel art out there, in my opinion.
Dude, it's like I bought a Megapunk just because the art's so fucking good. It's so good. Okay, here are... Dude, this is rad.
Yeah.
So here's the Pixies. And they are completely minted out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I dropped the OpenSea link in the chat as well.
And they are just ridiculous.
Poor fucking OpenSea. Random comment, but Farouk dropped a perfect comment. Like OpenSea is like perfectly shows you what complacency does. It nailed it. Like, fucking nailed it. That was it. Look at these gorgeous little fuckers. Wow.
They cracked me up, man.
They're awesome.
Dude.
Marty, you got any of these? If you're still here. I don't know if you are. So are these going over to Bitcoin, or this is just like one of their collections?
They're going over to Bitcoin. They're the first ones to be using the teleburning mechanism by Megapont. So shouldn't be long now. Can you imagine what I really, really want to see? Like, I'd love to maybe do like one of those betting market things and see like how long until a squiggle or a fucking Fidenza is teleburned over into Bitcoin, right? Like 1 month, 2 months.
We had some punks teleburned over.
Year. Yeah.
Right? I feel like it was through these guys. I think, but this was very early on last year. There was like these bounties or something happened where there were 2 punks, I think, that were burned over onto Bitcoin.
Oh, really?
Yeah. English, you remember that? And do you remember who that was through?
I missed that. That would be fucking nut.
Yeah. I mean, I remember writing an article about them. Like, it definitely happened. Punks burned.
Cats, you're right, dude. You probably paid double just to fucking buy those things. It's ridiculous.
Oh, hang on. That's for you. Okay, yeah, back in June. Here we go.
Yes, I love Des Lucrez English. I was hoping to be selected for my Bitmon, and I was not, and I'm very, very disappointed in you, Des. Been a long time supporter and collector, and I don't know what I said that did not convince you that I was worthy of one, but I'll let it pass.
Wait, of what?
You're a really nice guy. For Bitmon, for Des Lucrez's Bitmon collection that's going to be in Ordinals. Dude.
Wait, so you tried to get a whitelist?
Yeah. And so if you had the D5 pass, supposedly you had a better chance at getting one, but you also had to do like this shit that annoys the crap out of me. You have to like do a little post and write what, the whole simping for whitelist shit.
Yep.
I hate that.
English, did you have to simp or did you just get them? And what you got 33 of what? What are green eyes? Is that the De Lucreskis? dude?
No, I think is Green Eyes. Is that 33 whitelist for Bitmons, but it was for the Green Eyes ordinal Maxibus. Is that what you're asking?
For
or?
a community?
That would be strange. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, OMB. He's saying. Okay. Cool.
You got 33 to give out to a community, or you've got 33 for yourself?
No, I think the ordinal Maxibus got 33 whitelist for Bitmon. Right?
I
English.
See. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, I think they're freaking cool. Have you checked them out? The little monsters?
Yeah, they're yeah.
They're fucking amazing.
Well, English, he showed me a link the other day, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" And he explained to me. I like, yeah, totally clicked. Remember what they are? Realized I have no chance at them. There's only like 150 of them too, or something. Like tiny little thing.
Oh, okay, so Bitmon's got a whitelist for ordinal Maxibus. I'm fucking.
English and I don't communicate well. I love this fucker, and we have the worst
and his
communication.
name is English, which is funny.
It doesn't make any sense. It's clearly not his native language.
Is English? I thought he was British originally. Remember?
Yeah. No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Definitely strikes me as Hispanic heritage English. Is that correct? Am I correct in assuming that?
You guys. Yeah. You're absolutely right. He's a handsome devil too. God damn it. But yeah, English. Every week you come and talk, and I've got all of it mixed up in a blender. I don't
Dude,
know.
put it in Spanish. Maybe I get it.
Yeah. Try that, man.
Cuban, Cubano. Right on, dude. My wife is Cuban, half Cuban. Nice people. Fierce motherfuckers too.
Fierce.
But I like
fucking
that.
fierce.
I like that.
From Miami, even.
Oh.
Any other thoughts? Like, I guess on the impact of Apollo and Megapont and what actually that's going to do, other than you think that's going to onboard a lot of people from Solana, from ETH, from any of these other chains over to Bitcoin?
So I mean, it all comes whenever you unleash these things. There's a whole bunch of things, right? Like I think first it's a wave of fucking crap, just spam. I think you're also going to have a wave of people trying to strike it rich, make something, and then you're going to have people that actually do something very interesting and very cool, right, and very novel. And then like you're going to have degens that are just going to like burn over like really amazing art from ETH over to Bitcoin. Like I just see it as like a great enabler. That's how I see Megapont, and that's how I see the tools that they usually build. Like they do not, it's just like make things, break things, but just like enable people to do stuff, right? And this, like I don't know, it's been such a fun ride with that crew over there, like seeing like all the stuff that they do. Like I don't know, if you go into the Discord, you'll even see it's a very different vibe than all the other Discords that I've ever been in. Like we almost relish whenever like a scammer or like some simp dude comes into our Discord, and like Mark and Weasley and everybody there, like they're just like fucking chads and how they deal with them. It's hilarious. Like you almost want to challenge them to keep them in the Discord as long as possible, and see what they fucking come up with.
Dude, I do that when people join the show and in the comments start shitting on NFTs. Like, it's a scam. Oh, I write the right click. I got your NFT now. Shit,
it's the right
love
approach,
it.
man. It's like, give them a taste of their own medicine. But yeah, the team is fucking awesome. I can't, and I want to see what this unleashes, right? Like I'm very confident that I'm hoping that this is something that excites the community, and with the attention that Ordinals has now, in making it easy for other chains and other people to pay and to create things over on Ordinals. Well, we should all be cheering that on, right? So
yeah,
dude, absolutely.
I'll be watching the Oni Force drop to see the reaction on the Bitcoin side. As well as kind of the broader community, because if the Omni Force drop goes well, it's like, well, there's kind of an appetite and the sentiment's good. But if it's not received well, I think maybe that could not be a boon for certain drops that are coming.
How big is this Oni one?
It's like 3,000 edition.
Yeah, 3,333.
I'll tell you what, I'm hoping it doesn't do well. I'm going to be totally honest. I'm not. I want people that were there. I got one. I minted. I already bought mine. I don't know, dude. I don't love the idea of all these guys. It feels like just a bunch of opportunists, and that's the wrong way to look at it, because again, this is a tool for everybody to use. We want everybody, and when I say we, I would almost call myself a Bitcoin maxi at this point as far as my belief in that ecosystem. But Yeah, dude. There's just something about. There's something really off-putting about thinking that all these collections are going to come over. They're just going to mint a new collection over there, and we're going to have a repeat of this cycle. And again, that's just not good and healthy. Unless you're bringing over something new and like innovative. Actually, I definitely want that. I don't know. It's not even a great take. I just don't feel good about it. I don't like it.
Cats, just to answer, like, if I had to choose between a Megapixie and say the Apollo Pass, I'd probably go for the Apollo Pass, I feel. But Megapixies are fun. I have a bunch of them. I definitely would be teleburning them, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's some type of thing that that these devs are like cooking up for them. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm not expecting it either. But yeah, man, proof of concept, first ones to teleburn over could have that little meta there for you as well. And I think they're fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I agree with English here. He's saying it will go well. I think the low supply, the way that they distributed it, I think it'll go
well. Which was what? There was some like a points or a ranking system, in the community to get one.
Yeah, it's not like starting from scratch, right? Like you have the Ethereum community that's already going to be joining this. So I don't think I guess the real question is how it does on secondary. Like it's clearly going to sell out. But how it does on secondary, I guess, is the real question.
Well, we find out next week. It's coming out soon. I kind of am surprised by that. Is that next week, like March 21st? Let me see the official date. Yeah, March 21st. Yeah, next Thursday. Okay. Well, we find out soon, and maybe there's like a thriving or a reinvigorated scene kind of awaiting it. It definitely feels like that. Yeah. I mean, there's just so much action right now. I think liquidity is flowing over in Bitcoin. I think that's, maybe timed perfectly. I certainly hope so. In English, you think it's going to do well, huh? Hang on. Not going to be on the 21st. Like delayed a bit, you think? Sounding like it.
So there's two pieces. Where am I seeing this? I'm seeing this in our NAC Discord, so our private Discord. But apparently, Choin is saying Avagachi is going to be moving to base potentially.
Interesting. Because he's live in their DAO chat. Right?
Now you just made my weekend. You just made my fucking weekend. If that's true, I'm based as fuck. That would be fucking amazing. Please.
I wonder if they get any like grant money. You know what I mean? Like if Base is somehow supporting them coming over, because man, that's huge.
That's a long time coming, man. Polygon not supported that project like they should have.
They support nobody. Man, I've been rooting so hard for. Like, I really wanted them to go to Ronin. I know that was not going to happen. But Base, it's fucking huge. It's beautiful. Okay. Just when I just said I don't like seeing these projects come over to Bitcoin, and then all of a sudden I love another going to Base. I do like seeing projects that are growing. I like that being the intention. I don't know. Maybe I don't feel that with. Yeah, I don't think I feel that with Oni Force. I don't know. Just feels like inventing a reason to mint a PFP collection.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I think what you're reading there, Huda, is like the collection, although it's gone up, and then obviously gone down with the broader ETH NFTs. Like, it doesn't feel like people are banging on the door for Oni Forces. And so to launch a secondary collection in that environment, I totally see your point.
Yeah. I think you put it perfectly. Actually, that's nailed it. That's pretty much what I meant there. Any other things we want to touch on before we're out? I feel like we.
My God, he fucking Choina just lit a fuse.
Oh, you're hyped.
Oh my God, dude! Can you imagine? Especially if they do it fast. I want them to be like one of the first fucking NFT present there, right? Like right now, what do we have? Q, like other than the tiny dinos, there's not much, right?
Yeah.
Well, it'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, there's Base felt. That's what's crazy about Base is like we were making the Say comparison earlier in the episode, like Say sitting at 40 million. I think Base is sitting at like 400 million or maybe even in the billions, and has a very low NFT volume. And then I guess I'll end, Huda, with you. You were asking other things to touch on. Like Base for me from the beginning has been how close they're tied in, obviously, with Coinbase. And just a left curve thing here. Like I've been able to tell my friends and people IRL about, basically shit coins on base, right? Because they already get listed on base because they have the preferential listing. So that's a left curve thing. I know it's not like totally in depth, but I've been able to tell people, hey, buy Aerodrome on Coinbase. And, that's a $40 million market cap. Usually they're only privy to, the bigger tokens that are in the billions. So that's one thing that makes me bullish on base tokens is their preferential listings, man.
Makes sense, and it does like that. That is an easy way to onboard people. So I'm with you on base. English giving me shit. Appreciate it, man. I love it. No, he's right. Actually, he's like giving me good info. I didn't know they've been in since last year. Doing what?
I think they had like 7 or 11 1-of-1s printed over there.
Okay, all right.
I know I'm not using the correct verbiage inscribed.
I mean, hey, if I like Yuga Labs for inscribing over there and putting some art and appreciating the provenance and whatnot, I can't change my rules for Oniforce, so fair.
There's definitely a market for that style of art, right? And like I think the artist, I forget his name, but like he's definitely in the combo. He's got his following, and so I also agree that it'll probably do really well.
Well, again, hoping the market's prepared to greet it. I would, yeah. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to start. Man, I have a goal this cycle to, kind of make a few Bitcoin out of this run coming up, and hopefully that's a big piece of the start here. Definitely feeling juicy, though, and again, especially with runes coming up. So looking forward to it. Guys, I think we'll wrap, though. You know what? I was going to close out with the Eclectic Method, but we're going Beef Bone Mania, I think. It feels right. It feels right. I'm not going to put you through some Choose Rich videos, so we'll go Beef Bone Mania. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Man, tomorrow back with that 5-minute morning update, which they have not been 5 minutes, and I don't know how I feel about that, and I don't know how you guys feel about that. They've been more like
indifferent.
6, 7,
They've been fucking fantastic. Keep it up. Like, honestly, I don't look at the time.
Okay.
I think you can go up to 10 and it still won't bug people. I think, honestly, like you do a really good job of like the pacing. The pacing, I think, is more important than how long it is.
Okay, good to know.
I think you do a really good job of just hitting the key important things and moving on to the next one. As long as you keep that pace and keep it under 10 minutes, I don't think people give a shit about how long it is.
Good to fucking know. All I know is they take 2 times longer when I go longer. And then like I want to get them out by like 8 a.m. Eastern time. And it's impossible when I go, 7-8 minutes. Cause like the actual recording is like 50 minutes plus. So like editing that down, I think I got to push them closer to 5, but I also still got this thought of doing like a 10-minute video live in the morning. It's just like blitz through the points. I don't know. Gonna feel that all out, but I appreciate that you guys are enjoying them and watching them and all that stuff and sharing them. Like the numbers are getting silly. So thank you guys. Hope you have a great weekend. Q, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said you're killing it.
Oh, dude, thank you. Thank you. Like it's just been a blast, and it's been a blast doing stuff with you too. Upwards and onwards together. It's fucking great. So guys, hope you have a great weekend. Biggie and Q, what a treat to have you guys. Q, your first time. I really do think it was your first time on here, right? Yeah. There's our boy.
Oh, baby.
Hell yeah. Well, that was fucking awesome. You're welcome anytime. You know this.
It's way different when you don't have all the controls. And yeah.
It's nice, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's nice. I've found a new appreciation for what you do, like just after doing this side of it. And like, you got to like pilot the ship. And you're kind of engaged in that the whole time. I learned a lot, so it's cool. You do a lot of great work, so kudos to you. Guys, again, fantastic fucking weekend to you. Go see Dune 2 for the 15th time, Biggie Poppins. And go make some gains. Go fucking choose rich this weekend, guys. That's how we'll leave. Choose rich.
Hell yeah.
See you guys. Have a great weekend.
Please, why? Oh, thank you, Jesus. Why, sweet. Supernatural strength for God's glory and all for Jesus. Beef Bone Mania for all of you on TikTok. Beef Bone Mania coming at you there. For God's glory and all for Jesus. See how long we can hold this bad boy here. Thank you, Jesus. Beef Bone Mania for you. Here we go. Thank you, Jesus. Here we go, boy.
Come on, one more. Shwee shwa.
You get that?
See you guys.
Dude.